It's always frustrating to see no website traffic, even though you're working hard to create great content. Build it, they will come is not true for most online businesses. You have to go out and work hard to promote your content so other people can read it and hopefully buy something from you. That being said, not all traffic sources are equal. You need to find a platform that helps you get highly targeted visitors to your site so that you get more conversions along with traffic. Hi there, I'm Malcolm Cesar, your host of the Super Affiliate Biz Leads Automation Summit, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to SEO and site monetization expert, Chayan Chakrabarti, who is the founder and content creator at simplefactsonline.com. Chayan publishes interviews with famous bloggers, entrepreneurs, and social media experts that help to scale up your online learning and business. So Chayan, it's great to have you on the summit.
Hey, Malcolm. Thank you so much for inviting me. Good to be here.
Awesome. So Chayan, you've had a lot of experience in the blogging space. You mind giving the audience insight into your background? What brought you to the blogging world? Can you describe a bit of what you do on your blog?
Sure. So the thing is that, I'm a corporate employee. I have been working in corporates in different domains for last 10 years. I have been into finance. I have been into tech. I have been into corporate retail and all other steps. And I was doing job to pay my bills, ever since 2019. I was working, I was getting my wages, I was getting my paychecks, and I was paying my bills. I was managing my expenses, and eventually, I'll be waiting for another wages, another salary, and this is how the things were going. Then I get hold of credit cards. After getting the credit cards, my expenses started building high. It was more and more because, if once I get the credit card, I have that feeling. If I can afford a $1 beer, I used to go for a $10 beer based on my salary and everything. So this is how things got started. And I was thinking that I'll be doing something online to make money to support myself. First of all, I did not have any global vision or global anything like that. I just wanted to help myself. Right. Then I started watching videos and everything. I get into blogging in 2019, but I was doing my preparations from 2016-17. By that time, I didn't start blog because I was thinking I was not able to manage blogging with my job. So then I started blogging in 2019, and there is a funny story behind it. I knew that I had to start a blog, but I didn't like to write steps. So what I tried to do, then I got this idea, why not I go ahead, and I was not expert back then, even now I'm not. So I said, instead of me writing something, why not invite someone else who is an expert already, who has an audience, who can write on my blog. So this is how I get some initial contents. Then I started working on page SEO, off-page SEO, and then things started working fine for me.
All right, great. So Chayan, you're an expert in scaling websites and blogs. The concept of scaling is a concept that a lot of us are familiar with, but don't really implement it to the best of our ability, because usually we just like to grind on our blog posts, constantly churning out content. A lot of people are so focused on the outwardly and not focused on the granular things that scaling your site entails.
Yeah.
So in other words, scaling is something more specific. So can you explain scaling in layman's terms and what scaling actually entails?
Yeah, sure. I'll try my best with that. So I observe. Yeah, sure. I'm sorry to interrupt you. So what happens? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So what happens? I have realized this over time. Like when a blogger is trying to blog and trying to set up a blog, his main goal is to make money via AdSense or via affiliate, but he is not focusing on create more value. Like I have doing affiliate on my blog, but for the first 3 months, I did not put any affiliate article, any make money article. I could have done that and get away, but I wanted to build an audience from the grassroots. I wanted to help them so that I can gain my trust. So nowadays, for an example, I'm doing affiliate with HostGator or Bluehost or GoDaddy, any other provider who are providing domain and hosting name. So instead of me approaching the people like you can get it from my affiliate link, they message me, they call me, and they say, "Can you recommend me a good hosting? I have a $50 budget." So this is how I have built my trust. This is how I have scaled it. However, it's not the ideal approach. I still haven't tried any paid advertisement. Whatever I have gained, whatever revenue I'm gaining now, is purely through organic because I'm lazy and I have to work 10 hours a day. So if I get into the paid and email marketing, I won't be able to manage.
Okay. So Chind, in terms of, let's talk about traffic, specifically website traffic. It's probably the biggest and also the broadest topic of discussion in the internet marketing space, as there are so many methodologies one can use to bring traffic to a blog or a website or any source. And as beginners, or sometimes even people who have been doing internet marketing for some time, it's always frustrating to see no website traffic, even though you're working hard to create great content. It really goes to show that you really have to go out and work hard to promote your content so other people can read it and hopefully buy something from you. For me, the key is utilizing a platform which can get you highly targeted visitors to your site so that you can get more conversions as well as traffic. And that brings me to Quora. Quora is like Yahoo Answers on steroids. It's the #1 Q&A platform. And little do some people know, it's a gold mine to direct traffic to your blog. So can you explain a little bit more on how Quora specifically benefits bloggers when it comes to directing traffic?
Sure. So Quora helps with a lot of things. First of all, you can get a hell lot of blog post ideas by using Quora. You go to Quora, you type anything. Like if you want to know about on-page SEO, you go to Quora and search on-page SEO. You'll get a hell lot of answers. And if you explore those answers, if you open one answer, you'll see the person who is writing the answer. He is putting his values. He's providing a very good content, and in the middle of the content and at the end of the content he's putting his link. Okay, so if I found that answer helpful, I'll definitely go ahead and check that link, and this is how he earned that traffic, and this is what goes in Quora. So I believe if someone who is providing more and more values on Quora, that person will definitely generate more traffic. I do not get much traffic from Quora. It's around 3,000 to 4,000 a month. But I believe, if you write regularly on Quora, if you are a content creator, if you have enough content, like 50, 60 content, and you can manage some time and write one answer in Quora, it should not be a spammy answer. It should not be a direct copy from your blog post. It should be something on your own. It should be something which you feel and which you connect to. If you can do that, then you can definitely get a lot of traffic. There are people, they are getting millions of traffic from Quora.
All right.
Mainly, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
So, I just want to add one thing in terms of getting traffic. Like you want traffic means you want visitors who will appreciate your work. So in order to do that, you have to appreciate your work. You have to believe your product. This is something I do not see in new bloggers. They're just trying to understand. Like I'll be writing 10 posts, and will I be getting $100 from AdSense? Will I be getting one affiliate sale if I do this Facebook ad? This kind of mindset I have been seeing a lot.
Okay, great, awesome. So how can you use Quora to find interesting content ideas?
To be honest, I do not spend much time on blog because I work from Monday to Friday. So I have around 4 to 5 hours roughly to work on blog during the weekend, during the weekdays. So what I do, imagine I want to write something by my own. So I just go ahead and I just search that topic on Quora. I do keyword research from RF because it's the easiest one. After doing my keyword research, I go ahead and check top 10 article. Then I see on Quora what kind of questions the people are asking about that same topic. I try to find more profitable keyword, and then I just write my blog and create backlinks and everything. You must have noticed there is one post that I have written in the month of January. It says rank one on Google search result. It's a 5,000 words post, and in order to promote that post, I have written 25,000 or so words character in different mediums, like 5 Quora answers, 3 LinkedIn articles, 2 on Live Journal, 5, 6 guest posts. And I have generated many backlinks in an ethical way, and now that article is ranking.
Awesome.
So, yeah, this is how the process goes. Like you, for the new blogger, I just want to say, if you are doing keyword research now, just stick to the keyword research. Do not think about the end result. Like my post will rank, I'll show it off on social media and all those stuff. Don't go for that.
Awesome, man. So when it comes to finding your target audience, it can be hard for other social platforms, but for Quora, it's not difficult at all. From personal experience, it's extremely easy, which makes it beginner friendly and a great tool for more experienced marketers to implement in their business. With that being said, how does one go about finding their targeted audience on Quora, and what questions should they be asking to make sure it is as targeted as possible?
Well, they can join different spaces on Quora. From there, they can get insights about the article and everything. And it happens. I also used to do Quora because before digital marketing, I was thinking to do data science. And I am not a tech guy, as you can understand. It took me 15 minutes to fix the microphone and the audio. So I know myself. I know my limitations. So I was searching on Quora about the data science and all that. I asked many questions which were to the point, like how to learn Python for free, how to scale in data science, average data science salary. The question.
Okay.
So about Quora, like how a blogger can use Quora. So I just give one advice to the blogger that they should be very specific while asking the questions. Like you want to know on-page SEO. On-page SEO is a very broad topic. So you have to segregate the facts, like what is about FAQ snippets, what is about the target keyword in the URL and all the steps. So if you ask specific questions, then definitely you'll be able to get good return out of that. And most important, you have to invest your time. If you're not investing your time, you're gathering and you're acquiring all the knowledges and you're not taking action, then no one can help you.
You're right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, the great thing about Quora is that if we promote our product strategically, it can lead to an increase in sales, which is what we're all going for. So Quora allows you to really sell almost anything, be it your own product or affiliate product, as you can easily add links within your Quora answers. And so with that being said, what are some tips that you utilize to promote affiliate products smartly on Quora? What are some tips that you think would be great for affiliate marketers to promote their products on Quora?
Sure. So I would recommend you to go for a review article, because if anyone is searching for a review, that means that person is more likely to buy the product.
Right.
Like if I go ahead and check iPhone 11 review on Quora, that means back in my mind, I have already analyzed that this is something I can afford, or I will cut down my expenses a little, but I need an iPhone. This is what the mindset of a person has, if that person is searching this kind of thing on Quora. So over there, if we go ahead and write a review article, a detailed review article, it should be an honest review. It should include the pros and cons. Like iPhone 11 has a great camera, but its battery sucks. So you have to carry a power bank.
Right.
So that person can relate, like this is what my day-to-day life will be with iPhone. So this is how, if we can go ahead and put some real example on the review, it will definitely help. Because
okay.
I have been promoting hosting on Quora, and in the month of March, I have got around 4 or 5 sales from Quora.
Awesome.
Because my first website hosting provider was Bluehost. I paid them around $130 for 3 years. And that, I don't want to defame them, but I am not getting whatever I expected from Bluehost. That's the reason I switched hosting. I have multiple other blogs which I'm developing. I'll not host them on Bluehost. So I have shared my experience, what I have encountered with Bluehost, and I have shared the screenshot and everything. That made me real, and that's giving me sales. So we have to be real on Quora.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, 4 sales in the month of March. That's great. So when it comes to SEO of a blog or a website, there is on-page SEO and then there's off-page SEO. Because of its link building component, Quora benefits bloggers in the off-page SEO. So with that being said, how do you build backlinks with Quora, and how does that improve your blog?
Sure. So Quora, as you all know, it's a high authority site, and it gives a no follow backlink. So it's a part of link building, and it slowly and gradually increases the authority of a site. Along with that, Google checks a lot of things like your social signals, your social presence, what kind of things people are saying about you, and all that. I hope I believe you came to know about me from Anthony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I follow a very different approach on social media. Like, instead of telling people buy my stuff, buy my bitcoins and all that, I don't do in trading though. So I believe in a generous approach. I go ahead and share my fellow bloggers' content, and this is how my content started to get shared. And nowadays, on an average, I'm getting 100 to 150 shares on my article. I only share my article once, and all my blogging friends and blogging community, they're sharing my article. So it's also a very good part of link building, and also guest posting. I have so far I have written 25 guest posts. I've been blogging for 6 months, so I always believed in providing, in getting quality links or authority links instead of buying links. I could have spent $100 and get bunch of links, but that won't provide much values. So as a blogger, as a new blogger, he has to identify what his goals are. I'm repeating these things again and again because I have seen many bloggers who doesn't have any blogging goals, any content plans. That kind of shocked me. Maybe they're young and I'm too old. I'm 30 years old, so that's the reason I think everything. I cannot be that.
Yeah. Yeah. So another way that Quora brings traffic to your site is through a methodology called referral traffic. And I've had experience with referral traffic when I would make a YouTube video. And in that YouTube description, I would have a link to my blog where people can read the corresponding article, or I post on Twitter to a blog post I made, and that post would link to a YouTube video that goes with that post. So it's a great way to get targeted traffic. So with that being said, how can you use Quora to get referral traffic?
How can we use Quora to get referral traffic?
Yes.
So it's simple, we'll be writing the answer and we'll put all links. And then eventually the people will click on the links and they will be, visiting my site. And there is also one benefit of Quora, like what happens, I have written one blog post about 150 plus blog post ideas. I didn't create any specific links for that, any link building or any outreach effort I have done in order to get backlinks. I have just written an answer on Quora, and I have created a short video on YouTube. And because of that, that content ranked in 1 week. So this is how I'm explaining what I did exactly. I have written a blog post, then I have written an answer on Quora about the same. Your connection is unstable. We may get cut off anytime. So let me try to be quick. So I have written a blog post. I have written an answer on Quora. And after that, I created an explanatory video on YouTube using a free tool. And the moment the video was published on YouTube, I just embedded that video on my blog post. And because of that, within 4 to 5 days, my blog post and video, they both got ranked on the same keyword.
Wow.
So I understand I'm deviating from the main topic. I'm sorry about that. This is my first interview.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the realm of SEO, another strategy to utilize in guest blogging, another strategy to utilize is called guest blogging. For our audience who is unfamiliar with guest blogging is a content marketing and SEO technique where someone writes and publishes a blog post on a third party website or blog to promote their own brand. So with that being said, how high of an importance do you personally place guest blogging to boost your website traffic and authority, China?
It depends. It depends. If you're writing on high DA websites, or if you're writing for some websites that already has a fan following, if you're writing them, people will start to know you. They'll start to recognize you. Your personal branding also increases. So I believe you must have heard about Ryan Biddulph. He's from New Jersey, and he's the founder of Blogging from Paradise. And he is the most generous blogger that I've ever seen. He writes on my blog, and if I need to write a guest post, I write on his blog. And after writing on his blogs, I get in touch with many other bloggers who are trying to write into his blogs but didn't get the opportunity. I was lucky. I got the opportunity somehow, and after that, I got many exposure. My traffic got increased. So you have to understand and you have to determine, whatever guest post you're writing, you just should not place your link all over the guest post.
Right.
You should, the ideal approach should be mention one or two links, one of your homepage and one of the post, okay? You have to plan a strategy before writing a guest post.
Okay, yeah, definitely, definitely. So one of the biggest questions some people have when it comes to guest posting is, how to get an opportunity to be featured in a guest post. What are the steps that that one should take to pitch a guest post?
Well, there is no specific page. I do not believe in orthodox things, so I did not follow any page, any outline. I liked one site. I saw the site is in my niche. I tried to, get in touch with the founder via email or via social media, and I show them my work, and I say generously, like I wanna contribute one post on your website, and I think it will add value. I do not say about link, like I'll be needing 5 links, 10 links and all that.
Hmm.
And once I say this, I want to contribute one post on your blog, which will add value. This is my site. This is what I have done.
Right.
Once I get the approval, like once the person says, yes, you can go ahead and write the guest post, then I say one thing, do you have any external linking policy so that I can be clear before writing my craft? They said, we can provide only one link or two links. I said, all right, fine. I'll go with it.
Yeah.
If I need to add any additional link, I'll request them. And this is what is working for me. It's a bit slow, if you want to work in a large scale, when you need 100 backlinks on a day, this won't work back then. But if you are just blogging part-time like me, and if you want to scale your blog on a authentic way, this will definitely work.
Great, great. Yeah, guest blogging and guest authorship across websites other than your own is really a fantastic strategy to build your
Yeah.
brand, get in front of new people, earn some links back to your site, and earn the recognition from other communities that can lead to all sorts of good marketing opportunities in the future. So, but guest posting and guest blogging can also get really run down and spammy. And so with that being said, Shine, can you talk about some strategies that you utilize to help you return exceptional value from those guest posts and make sure that when you're contributing content, you're not losing all of the value that you might get from putting it on your own site?
Well, there is no specific strategy for it. I, I understand your question, but
Yeah.
at present, what my concern is, I need to put content on my website. I need to get backlinks. For that, the authentic voice gets post. Okay, I cannot go ahead and buy those backlinks without knowing who is the vendor and what kind of links they are providing. So this is my approach is like I need to get this thing done. I'll do it. I have a suppose you are my buddy now, so I need to write a guest post. I'll approach you. Hey Malcolm, I want to write a guest post,
Right.
and you are accepting guest post. That's fine. This is how I do. And right now, if you see my site from the month of January, I didn't get much time to publish content on my site. And my entire site is based on guest post. If anyone in the blogging and the digital marketing niche want to write a guest post about the same topics, they can go ahead and approach me on Twitter, on Facebook. I'll be happy to accept the guest post.
Yeah.
So right now I'm working more on producing content because I'm just 6 months old. So I have got some revenue, but I want to scale it as a long-term business because, I have been working right now and I just want to quit my job and do full-time blogging. That's my goal.
Yeah.
So, whatever I say, it won't motivate the readers because I'll say things in a layman's term. I say things in which impacts me on my day-to-day life. So it will not be a motivation thing, but if anyone can follow it, it will be practically helping them.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry about English, I fumble a lot.
yeah, so let's go into relationship building. So you need that relationship before you're going to do any kind of outreach and ask to be featured in a guest post. What social networks do you recommend that we utilize to build that relationship? I know you mentioned Facebook. Is there any other social media tools that you utilize to reach out? What are the best ones?
Apart from Facebook, I would recommend Quora. I would recommend LinkedIn.
Okay.
And apart from that, there is one tool, but Sumo. That's an outreach tool, or that's a tool to check what kind of contents are getting viral, what kind of contents are getting more share, and all that, so that you can create content around the same and
That's right.
get some attention on that. So in order to do relationship, I prefer LinkedIn. I'm sorry. I prefer LinkedIn. If you want to target a professional audience, then LinkedIn is the best. And for general audience, you can use Facebook and Twitter for mixed audience.
Yeah. LinkedIn is definitely a great one. I utilize Facebook. Twitter's good too. Yeah, so many tools that we can utilize to get people's attention. So it's super important that you want to optimize the content you're going to be writing for their audience when you're doing those guest posts. So what steps can we take to ensure our content is well received by their audience so their audience can trust and like us?
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't get the last part.
Yeah, so what steps can we take to ensure our content is well received by their audience so their audience can trust and like us?
Could you please repeat that? The internet is not working properly, so only the last part.
Yeah, so what steps can we take to ensure our content is well received by their audience so their audience can trust and like us?
Well, there is no specific steps that I'm following right now. So whatever content I'm producing, whether it's going to be published on my site written by me, or whether it's going to be published on someone else's site written by me, I just want to make sure, I am sharing 2 to 3 practical steps which they can do. Like I remember I have written one post on my friend's blog. It was about link building. So I have shown the audience about broken link finder from RF and how they can, create a better content and outreach. I have shown the whole process, and that post was viral. So this is how we have to go. This is how I'm going. Like at least share, it. We are writing a 2,000, 3,000 word blog post on an average. And if we are not providing at least 2 to 3 steps, that's practical, that's possible, then I do not think people will go ahead and read our blogs anymore, because we have to grab attention of the people.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So you can get, so going back to links back to your site. So you can get great links back to your site and a lot of visits to your site, if you have embeddable content. So things like images, graphics, videos that you're referencing back to your site that for obvious reasons can't live in the post itself. So how can you use embedded content to boost SEO?
Well, I do not do much. There is one guy who makes feature image for me. Like I have hired him. So, and apart from that, I try Pinterest infographics. I'm just ignoring Pinterest as of now because, in order to understand Pinterest, you have to create a lot of infographics. I
Yeah.
have that plan. So as of now, I'm using screenshots to make it real. Whatever I'm experiencing, whatever I'm achieving right now, I can share that with the screenshots. Along with that, I have the featured image, which is some kind of Illustrator or Photoshop, which my guy does. And along with that, what I do, well, yeah, I do something. Let me remember. I forgot. I do. Yeah. So I have installed one Chrome extension on my PC. Let me see if I can tell you the name. It's a Pinterest extension. So whenever I need to pin any images,
Hmm.
I just click on that. I just take my mouse on that image, and I'll get the click to pin option. So this is kind of helping me to get some traffic from Pinterest, which is
Okay.
not ideal way though.
Great. Awesome. So, Cheyenne, as we start to wrap up this session here, I would love for you to give something of value to leave with the audience. Do you have any parting advice or something actionable so they can get started with today?
Absolutely. I just want to say one thing because I started blog because I was frustrated with my life. So never do that because like once you get into blogging, it's like life. It's a whole new experience. You'll have to learn. You'll have to work. You will be making some mistake. You'll be rectifying some, and there will be many left over. So in order to be an expert in blogging field, you have to give at least 2 years. So do not start anything with the expectation of immediate return.
Yeah,
This is,
definitely.
this is what I just yeah, this is what I just want to convey because the same thing happened to me, but it only stuck for a month. Then I realizing the opportunity and slowly I'm scaling my blog. So this is what I definitely recommend someone. If you want to earn money, if you want to pay your bills right from day one,
Hmm.
do not get into blogging. You get a part-time job if you have passion for blogging, if you have time, if you can invest the amount is required to grow your business, then you can start your blog. Your blog is your business. It's not a job. It's
Right.
not like it's not like that. You'll write 5 articles, they'll go viral then and there, and you'll start receiving paychecks. It's
Right.
not like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Takes time. Takes time. So
Yeah.
excellent, Cheyenne. Why don't you let everyone know, how they can get in touch with you and where you're hanging out at?
Sure. So they can get in touch with me on Twitter. On Facebook, I get around 100 to 200 direct messages a day. So it's not possible for me to check them all. I told you that before. Like, if you want to get a quick reply from me, you just follow me on Twitter, send me a direct message. I'll definitely get back to you.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll link to all this on the summit page below the interview so you guys can get access to Cheyenne. So Cheyenne, thanks so much for this information. It's been great.
Thanks a lot, Malcolm. You have
Yeah,
a
and
great
I
day.
want to thank all of you guys for tuning into the Super Affiliate Biz Leads Automation Summit for stepping up your game to become super affiliates and make an impact in the world, which is the purpose of this summit. I'm your host, Malcolm Cesar. Be sure to grab your all access pass before the opportunity expires, and I'll see you in the next session.